Pixel hearts, Q for breeze, leaderboards, links say please. One a day, keep it light. Tiny ships shining bright. Tammy drops hints on the low. Jack goes eyes glow. Draft drop, GG stacks, build quietly. No big talk, just keys, click, save, publish. Ease. Beep boop, triple hundred in the air. Gold bars rising everywhere. Beep boop, keep it quiet, keep it free. One a day, 100 by 3. Never stop. Let's write up, commit, little reps, perfect fit. When the signal lights the screen, you'll be ready, super clean. Beep boop, triple hundred in the air. Gold bars rising everywhere. Beep boop, keep it quiet, keep it free. One a day, 100 by 3. Never write up, commit, little reps, perfect fit. When the signal lights the screen, you'll be ready, super clean. Beep boop, triple hundred in the air. Gold bars rising everywhere. Beep boop, keep it quiet, keep it free. One a day, 100 by 3.
Clink, mugs up high, shine on fam, say hi. If you've been waiting on the toast, lean in close. Rumors in the chat, vibe gets loud. Coffee steam rising like a festival crowd. Is it happening today? That's the thread. Suck wakes up on the right side of the bed. Pixels sing, dashboards grin, CPM slide, let the good times begin. We don't rush, just feel that coast. Everybody whisper, where's the toast? Hold your mugs, feel the spark. Tingles in the feed, lighting up the dark. Power in the click, power in the post. If you've been waiting, it's almost toast. Hearts up, hands up, coast to coast. Don't you worry, it's almost toast. Ben hammer stews as cat comes down. Ads play nice when the toast's in town. Good vibes ripple, buyers get bold. Card page shining like a street payroll. We believe in the ritual, sip and cheer. Watch those scraps dance year after year. We don't rush, just feel that coast. Everybody whisper, where's the toast? Hold your mug, feel the spark. Tingles in the feed, lighting up the dark. Power in the click, power in the post. If you've been waiting, it's almost toast. Hearts up, hands up, coast to coast. Don't you worry, it's almost toast. To the click through, to the click through, to the rows, to the rows, to the vibe shift, to the vibe shift. Raise it up now, feel that lift. Think it, think it, post that boast. 3, 2, shh, almost toast. Hold your mugs, feel the spark. Tingles in the feed, lighting up the dark. Power in the clink, power in the post. If you've been waiting, it's almost toast. Hearts up, hands up, coast to coast. Don't you worry, it's almost toast. To the click through, to the click through, to the rows, to the vibe shift. Raise it up now, feel that lift. Think it, post that post. 3, 2, shh, almost toast. Hold your mugs, feel the spark. Tingles in the feed, lighting up the dark. Power in the clink, power in the post. Keep those eyes peeled, it's almost toast. Sip, sip, smile and coast. Coffee with ShineOn, almost toast. Clink, 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 mugs up high. ShineOn fam, say hi.
Our August drifts, carts delight, sun runs long days feel quiet. We don't stop, ship and learn, tiny tests make winter burn. Thumbnail crisp, message true, one more rep, that's how we do. Little levers, turn them slow, notes stack up like fresh new snow. Save the winds, tune the flow, when the lights come on we'll go. August is practice, Q4 is game day. Keep your eyes on the prize, we'll be more than okay. Every test now pays back later, just stay. Don't give up long enough, and you'll win that day. Shine on, shine on, Q4's on the way. Calendar flips, rhythm returns, leaderboards wake, momentum churns. What we learned here, high leverage gold, comes back bigger when the season unfolds. Team in the chat, cheering go. One a day, watch the confidence grow. Little levers, turn them slow, notes stack up like fresh new snow. Save the winds, tune the flow, when the lights come on we'll glow. August is practice, Q4 is game day. Keep your eyes on the prize, we'll be more than okay. Every test now pays back later, just stay. Don't give up long enough, and you'll win that day. Shine on, shine on, Q4's on the way. Dig in, press on, test small, stand tall. Q4's coming, let's ship them all. August is practice, Q4 is game day. Keep your eyes on the prize, we'll be more than okay. Stack those notes, line up the play. Don't give up long enough, you'll win that day. Shine on, Q4's on the way. One more rep, one more try. Holidays close, we're ready to fly. Calendar flips, rhythm returns, leaderboards wake, momentum churns. What we learned here, high leverage gold, comes back bigger when the season unfolds. Team in the chat, cheering go. One a day, watch the confidence grow. Little levers, turn them slow, notes stack up like fresh new snow. Team in the chat, cheering go. One a day, watch the confidence grow. Don't give up long enough, and you'll win that day. Shine on, Q4's on the way.
Mic check, coffee with ShineOn in effect, let's roll. Chilling, that's the sound in the arena. Who's cooking up the wins, that's a Spina. Clean rap, clean craft, clean the demeanor. Crown fits perfect on the jewelry slinger. He's a craftsman, never hype, all meaning. Real words, real hearts, that's a swinging. From brainstorm, card launch, it's a clinic. Punchline proof, every bar's authentic. He stacks small ledges and the flywheel spins while the chat types, let's go for the wins. Blueprint tight, you can feel the design. Great taste, great timing, perfectly aligned. Ching-a-ling, that's the sound in the arena. Who's cooking up the wins, that's a Spina. Clean rap, clean craft, clean the demeanor. Crown fits perfect on the jewelry slinger. He don't chase noise, he just sets that tone. Message so true, it can stand on its own. From the first all to the card page click, that's empathy craft, yeah, that's the trick. He keeps it human, family, love, and meaning. Shine on community, engines beaming. Ching-a-ling, back again, have you seen her? Run the smooth, that's believe, that's Spina. Hats off, hands up for the jewelry slinger. Countdown, ready, hit play, go, bingo. Ching-a-ling, that's the sound in the arena. Who's cooking up the wins, that's a Spina. Clean rap, clean craft, clean the demeanor. Crown fits perfect on the jewelry slinger.
What's up? How's the world treating you today, huh? Did you dig the music? I have so much fun with those. Every time I do one of these, it's might be my favorite part is like waking up early and getting all the music lined up. I have a lot of fun with it. Anyway, how's everybody doing, huh? Where are we at today? I'd like to know where we're at today and whether or not this is your first coffee with ShineOn. That's what I'd like to know. Amanda loving it. Starts it off right. Yeah, we've always had our music game kind of on point here at ShineOn. This is not an area we have struggled. What is up? Digital puzzles. How goes it? Got the Philippines here. All right. North Carolina. Let's go. Toronto. Very nice. Iowa City, Iowa. That's cool. Knoxville, Tennessee. I think I just drove through Knoxville. No, Nashville. I drove through Nashville. We got Largo. What is Largo? Is that like Key Largo? Where is Largo? Florida. Oh, well, if that's Pinellas County, I was literally just there like a week ago. So that's kind of weird. Maryland, Jacksonville, Texas. Frank from Denver. Welcome, Frank. Glad to have you. Puerto Rico. Let's see. Any new ones here? Montreal, New York City. That's cool. That's cool. We got Sid from India. What is up? Where at in India, buddy? Who is new? I want to know who's new. I saw a bunch of people say that they'd been here before. It takes some bravery to admit that this is your first one. I just want to know because it's always kind of a magical experience. Your first toast. You don't even know what's coming. You don't even know what's coming. We do this thing around here called the Digital Marketer's Toast. It's legendary. It's legendary in the space. People report getting tinglies every time we do it. I'm not kidding. It's weird. It's weird and it's cool. Let's see. Creative Edge is new. Judy is new. This is awesome. This is Gain. I think that's Gain. It's your first one. Yeah, it's supposed to be with an AI. That's clever. I get it. Soul. That's cool. We've only had people from Soul a handful of times. We have legitimately represented every continent on the planet and a lot of countries. Like it's very rare I hear a new one. The only place we have never had someone tune in from is Antarctica. Someone like we've reached enough people know somebody's got to know like a brother that has a sister that's got a cousin that's like a scientist in Antarctica. Come on, just throw us a bone. Just throw us a bone here one of these times. That'd be so cool. Okay, hey, let's get into it. Let me pull this up. Getting scam calls. If you guys heard that call come through. All right, here we go. That's not what I want. Bam. There we go. So I've got Marvin on today. This is going to be an awesome one. So Marvin is like one of our best-selling merchants of all time here at ShineOn. He really knows what he's doing. And the thing that really impresses me about Marvin is like, so every single week we have a leadership meeting in the company. We look at our top 10 merchants, right? By unit sales. And the thing that always impresses me with Marvin is like, he's always on that list, always, every year, every week of the year. It's insane. And Marvin very consistently, I don't want to say he never misses a week. That's probably not accurate, but very, very consistently, he's putting up 1,000 unit weeks in the summer months, like when it's slow. And I've always been just incredibly impressed with Marvin, the skill level he brings to this, his work ethic, his dedication, his consistency. It's just, he's very, very impressive. And I'm super excited to get into this interview. I think it's going to be a real treat for all of you. So it's going to be great. All right. So stay tuned for that. That's just around the corner. Let's go over our swag winners first. Carol Castro, congratulations, first sale. That's amazing. The first sale is always a really magical feeling. It's paradigm shifting. I like to tell people it was paradigm shifting for me when I got my first sale online. It's like that first internet money is just, it's hard to believe that you can generate any type of money, let alone decent money, from your laptop. It's just, I don't know. There's something about it that feels magical. It doesn't feel like you should be able to do it. And some people are able to pull that off, and it's just amazing. So anyway, Carol, congratulations on your first sale. That's absolutely incredible. We wish you nothing but success as you move forward. You've got some free swag coming your way. So somebody from my team is going to reach out, give you a discount code to our swag store. You're going to be able to go pick up something nice. I really like our tie-dye ShineOn hoodies. I'm probably going to be stocking up on one of those here soon as fall gets a little bit closer. Vanessa, first sale here as well. It's been a long road to get here. Congratulations, Vanessa. Now, I did confirm Vanessa took the first sale challenge. Now, Vanessa said that she had a Shopify store and kind of knew what she was doing for quite a while, but there was something in the first sale challenge, specifically when Andrew Vo was going over meta analytics and like how to read analytics. Something clicked for her, and she had a light bulb moment, went back, re-entered the grind, and was able to get her first sale. So congratulations to Vanessa. That's absolutely amazing. The first sale is only the beginning. So we wish you nothing but success, and you also have some swag coming your way. May I recommend a Digital Marketer's Toast mug? Those always go really well on your working desk when you're creating and publishing new products. So I think you'll enjoy that. So congratulations, Vanessa, on your first sale. Now, if you too would like to get some swag, every week we're trying to feature. I really like featuring people that get first sales. It's so much fun to be able to celebrate with you. If you get a first sale, post it in the group. We will feature it here, and you will get some swag too. So let's give those guys a round of applause. Can we get some little hand clappy emojis in the chat here? I do think there's a hand clappy emoji, isn't there? Let's see, clap. Yeah, here we go. It looks just like this. Bam. Yeah, let's get a little hand clappy emojis in the chat for Vanessa and Carol. That would be awesome. Okay. So let's see here. Will this be recorded for playback? Absolutely. You'll be able to find this on YouTube. And we'll email out a link for you to watch the replay. Let's see here. Where are my hand claps? There they are. Well, it's like I'm like 20 seconds behind here on the live stream. Stephanie, Judy, Creative Edge, Sierra. Dude, I like these. We got someone being creative here in the group. That's kind of cool. That's a weird looking emoji. We have Pups, Mike, Nat, Brooke. Thank you all. I know that they will appreciate it. Okay, let's go over some news. So if you missed this, Chris Meets and Anna Beck. So if you need help here, Chris Meets is the one over here on the right with the beard. Anna Beck is over here on the left. And they are both from Anywhere POD. And Anywhere POD is this personalization or customization app. I like it because it's just simple and it's powerful. It's really bare bones and kind of stripped down to just what you need. But there's a lot of functionality and a lot of features in it. Like they're doing all kinds of cool stuff that I haven't seen done before. They've got like a Canva import feature. They have this new bulk creation feature where you can create like 10, 20 products at a time. There's all kinds of neat stuff you can do in here. So anyway, these guys are coming on. They're going live twice a week inside of POD University just for you. Isn't that cool? So these guys are awesome. And I want to make sure you don't miss their live session. So every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern, they're going live inside of POD University. You're not going to want to miss this. Etsy. Anna was a top-selling Etsy merchant with us for a long time. And then Chris built Anywhere POD, and Chris is just absolutely incredible. And these two have partnered up to grow Anywhere POD. So it's a really, really neat thing that they've got going on. So you definitely got to go check that out. Did anybody watch it this week? I think we only had the one on Thursday. Did anybody watch that? Let me know if you watched that in the chat. I would like to know kind of what you thought. That'd be really cool. Pup says, awesome information they give. Yeah, they're great. They're absolutely great. Leslie says, I've got them up to watch after this. Awesome. That's amazing. It's amazing. Nobody navigate away from my live stream now. Don't do that. You can open in a different tab, a different window, maybe just get out a pen and paper just so you don't mess with the computer here and just like write down a note to go check this out. That would be smart. All right. Tiffany says it was great. 2 sessions. Okay, great. They did do 2 sessions this week. So yeah, this is awesome. I can't say, I can't speak more highly of these two. Like they're really cool. They're friends. I love both of them. So congratulations to these guys, I guess, or to you for being able to watch it or something like that. Okay, let's keep going here. We have a new product. So now one of our best-selling products, which was this like engraved cross here, you can get it in 18K yellow gold, which is pretty cool upsell. Do we have Fram and Sheila in the house? I doubt it. They're on the other side of the world. Fram and Sheila are going to be very happy about this because they tend to sell. This is like their product right here. Anyway, the gold cross, our gold just looks freaking awesome. Like there are some products the gold just really works well with. So the gold cross being one of them. Another one that the gold looks surprisingly good on is interlocking hearts. You just wouldn't think it because the normal interlocking hearts is like the rose gold and then the is it white gold? I think it's like rose gold and stainless. It's something like that. But when we actually plate that thing, it just freaking, there's something about it that just looks awesome. I don't know what it is. It just looks awesome. So anyway, yeah, we have this available in 18K yellow gold now. It's pretty freaking awesome. So 2 chain options. We have the Cuban link chain or the snake chain. So here's the snake chain right here. No, I'm sorry. Here's the Cuban link chain here. And then you have the snake chain over here on the right. And this Cuban link chain also looks awesome. So I think what we're saying here is you've got multiple ways to kind of package this. And each different thing you add is stacking value, right? And you should be able to ask a higher price point from your buyer. So that's just super cool. Super freaking cool. And then obviously the engraving is an upsell. So very cool. All right. If you are just returning from Christmas good grief, man, from summer vacation, like if you're over there in Europe where they tend to take the whole month of August off and you're just getting back from being at the lake or the mountains or, you know, being in Florida or something like that for your vacation and you missed something, you can get caught up easy peasy. So right inside the Facebook group at the top, you hit the featured button. Anything we think is noteworthy, we've tagged and you can find it in there. Or inside of POD University, we've got the announcements and changelog, which is kind of the same thing. It's like your news feed. And so if you want to get caught up, click that and we'll get you caught up. Lickety split. Lickety split. All right. Are you guys ready for me to bring Marvin out and do the Digital Marketers Toast here? Let me know in the chat right now. Let's see. I want some yeses if you're ready for me to get Marvin out and do the Digital Marketers Toast. Give me some yeses in the chat right now. Yeses in the chat right now if you want me to get Marvin out here. Top selling merchant, one of our top selling merchants of all time. There are very few people. There's like maybe 3 people that I can think of that have come, like are in his realm when it comes to the amount of sales he has driven. Marvin is the master. He's awesome. He's awesome. So yes, Judy's ready. Pups is ready. Kaylee's ready. Crimes Against Humanity is ready. Leslie's ready. Arthur's ready. What's up, Arthur? How you doing, bud? Amanda's ready. David's ready. Another David's ready. Mike's ready. Stephanie's ready. Yeppy. What's up? Glad you're ready. Sierra's ready. Sarah's ready. All right. Marvin, give me a thumbs up if you think you're ready to go down here. Okay, awesome. Let me pull you up.
I'm not sure if
What is up?
Hi.
How are you
What's
doing?
up, man?
It's
Good,
been a little bit, huh?
Time. Yeah.
You I've had a lot of fun kind of following you because you've been doing lots of traveling with the family.
Yeah, in the last 2 months, I've been like every week.
Where
I've
have you
away
been?
from
Tell us
keyboard.
about it.
Um, Europe. We traveled to Europe for 2 weeks, 16 days. And
That's
then to
awesome.
Cebu. Yeah.
Where'd you go? I know you were in Paris because I saw the pictures. Where
Ah,
else
yeah.
did you go?
We did 4 countries. We started in the Netherlands, then we moved to Brussels, then Paris, and then last stop was in Switzerland.
That's amazing. What was
So
your
yeah,
favorite?
Switzerland all the way.
Switzerland? Why?
Yeah,
The mountains?
yeah, and it's more calm
Yeah, just like
than
less people and stuff, like more laid
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you should come visit me in Kansas City. I can take you way out into the country where, there's nobody.
Maybe soon,
Yeah. Did,
hopefully with the whole
did you make
family.
it
Yeah.
to the States at all?
No, not yet. We're planning to, but not right now. Not next year. Maybe in 3 years when
It's a long
my
ways away.
youngest daughter will, become a little older.
Yeah. How many kids you got?
3.
3. How old's your youngest?
4 next year. So yeah, 3 years old.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why I work nights.
live it up now.
I can't work morning.
Yeah. That's why you start at 11 p.m. So
Yeah.
it's 11 p.m. where Marvin's at. Marvin's in the Philippines. And his workday is just starting.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? That's
Mhm.
awesome. Okay, we've got to do the digital marketers toast. I can't not do the digital marketers toast here. Do you have a beverage, Marvin?
Yeah, I do have coffee.
Coffee at 11 p.m. I like how this guy rolls. All right, for those of you that are uninitiated, get ready to live. Raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, and flasks. Join me now for the digital marketers toast. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheap CPMs and lower CACs, higher CTRs, much higher CVRs to enable ad accounts and big bank accounts, upsells, downsells, and cross-sells, to winning products and repeat sales, and to the thing that everybody knows, the riches are in the niches, but also your email flows. Cheers, everybody. That's how we roll right here. The dopamine hit that travels around the world. Everybody's getting it right now. Bunch of different countries. We're all united. Cool stuff. So, Marvin, let me get this down.
Yeah.
So, let's bring him back. There he is. So look, man, I've known you for years. But I think there are probably a lot of people that are kind of like, who's this Marvin guy? And how is he doing 1,000 units a week, which we will get to. I know everybody wants to know about that. We'll get to that. We're going to save that for later here. But can you just give us kind of your origin story here? How did you get started in e-com, print on demand? How did you find ShineOn? How'd you cut your teeth in this world?
I actually, the very first dollar I made online was actually working for someone selling T-shirts.
Nice.
That's how I learned about Teespring. So I started Teespring around early 2015 or late 2014. And then in 2017, that's when I moved to dropshipping and print on demand. At that time, Teespring was dying down. The profits are still, the T-shirt profits is still the same, but Facebook CPMs is higher. So there's no more, not much profit to be made at that time. So, and then that was the time where drop shipping from China was blowing up on YouTube. A lot of channels promoting it. So that's how I started with drop shipping. And then with ShineOn, I think my first sale was in early 2018. My friend Marlo and Monks, a couple friends with Eric. They told me about ShineOn, so I tried it, but I didn't really give it give a lot of focus with it because I was doing um, more with drop shipping from China. You know, the wood watches at that time, 2018.
Are you? Did we order a bunch of wood watches for you to sell at one
Yeah,
point?
I ordered and sent it to your warehouse. I think it was in
I've seen
2019.
those.
Yeah,
I've seen. I bet you we
before
still
you
have
released
them.
it. Yeah, well, because I think there was an issue with engraving
Yeah,
acrylic,
there was something wrong
some
with them. We
chemicals.
we
Yeah,
may have thrown them out at this point. I can't remember. I've seen them before though. That's awesome.
yeah. But
So
just the last 4 years was in only in 2022 did I made the shift to fully focused on ShineOn. I was doing um, good with drop shipping and ShineOn. It's like a hybrid thing, a hybrid store where I have stocks shipped from China. Then I also have the same units in stock in ShineOn. But I sold my store in 2021. So in 2022, that's when I fully focused on ShineOn, and I never looked back. No, every end of the year, there's no headache about chargebacks and everything. Just positive. It's just year over year growth
yeah,
with
people
returning
people
customers.
that maybe are unacquainted with drop shipping don't understand what you just said. So
Yeah.
with drop shipping, especially overseas from China and stuff, you just run into all kinds of issues. Low product quality, stuff breaks in transit, stuff never shows up because it has to travel longer distances. And anyway, it results in a lot of like return requests, and those can turn into chargebacks. And it really is
Yeah.
kind of a nightmare for sellers. I mean, they can have chargeback rates between 5 and 10%, sometimes even higher. And then, your payment
Payment
processing
processor
accounts,
accounts. Yeah.
they're at risk.
Every
It can be
every
bad.
January, that's the problem.
Yeah. Before we end today's interview, I would like to talk with you a little bit about how people who are not in the United States can get payment processing, because I know you've got a couple tricks up your sleeve that you've used over the years to make that happen. I think that'd help a lot of people. So my question for you is, like, at what point did you realize that like print on demand wasn't just like a side hustle and could actually be a real business?
I think early on, because I guess I was just lucky, or back then it was very easy with page post engagement. I think my first I have an article with Teespring back then. Also, I shared this already, that on our we only have like around $200 to test. We tried to me and my wife talked about trying it out, and the very first month we made um, more than enough than my salary a month as a VA. So that's kind of how it rolls. Oh, this can actually
That's
be our
amazing.
main source of income, and it's just snowballed into, because it's just snowballed that I fully focused on just running stores and print on demand.
Dude, that's amazing, man. Your story has got to be one of my favorites, by the way. I don't know, man. I'm just so impressed with you, like as a human being and as a professional, and what you've been able to pull off here. It's super incredible. So look,
I think it was just the right time. I was
yeah,
just in the right time to start ecom.
yeah, but
Then.
it's fair, but it's what you bring to the table too. Like, it's like the table you're playing at, when you're playing, the hands you're dealt, and the person you are. It's like all that stuff like kind of converges to create these successes. Yeah. And for anybody listening to this, success isn't going to fall out of the sky. It's not guaranteed. It takes time, skill, energy, effort. You can tell that, especially now, Marvin's a friggin' ecom expert here. This business model carries risk, Like everybody should kind of know that going into it. Like I don't want anybody to walk away from this with some kind of false bill of goods that this is super freaking easy. And you know, if you just do exactly what Marvin says, you're gonna replicate his success, because that's probably not exactly how this is all going to go down. Print on demand, first of all, most people just don't take any action at all, so they never get any results. But also, print on demand is a skill set just like anything else, and it takes time, effort, and things like that to develop. So, Marvin, I think when people hear that you're generating like 1,000 units a week, even in the slow months, I think it like, I don't know. For most people, I have a feeling it kind of goes over their heads, like what that means, what it takes to get there, stuff like that. And I know you, and I know how consistent you are. Like, I mean, you really have approached this in a professional way. So like, I would kind of, can you shed some light on what like a normal week actually looks like for you behind the scenes? Like what is the actual work you are doing to make this happen?
Actually, just right now, when I truly focused on China, it's just doom scrolling TikTok and just writing down what's the trend with gifting. Those I just type surprise, blah blah blah. Dad surprises daughter or husband. I just write it down in Google Docs. Then I start from there, and then I contact UGC creators, and then I don't know. I think I skipped that because I already have a winning product. But sorry, I'm sorry about this.
You're great. Don't worry about it.
My week currently just scrolling TikTok and writing script to make UGC. But back then, before I have this this winners is actually 2 years old. I just keep repeating. I just changed the marketing angle, but it's the same product.
Is it the same phrase and everything?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is.
It's the same phrase for 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's incredible. That's got to be that's got to be one of the best performing phrases then ever.
Yeah. I also have a version that's black.
Huh?
But same. I also have a black on yellow, but the
same phrase.
Yeah, same phrase.
Is this the one you got out of Quillbot? Remember how you
no. That was the granddaughter one. I still sell it now, but not really our biggest revenue generator.
Yeah. Okay, so let me back up real quick, because I don't want anybody to get kind of lost. So I asked Marvin what a normal week looks like, and he fires back, I just doom scroll TikTok. So let me build a bridge here so you kind of understand what he's saying. Marvin is using TikTok for research, and he's keeping an eye on what's working in the gifting space when it comes to like ads and ad creative. So he's got this phrase that he found that's been working really well for him for almost 2 years, which is just, I still can't believe when I say those words out loud. That's incredible. And the only way, this is totally making sense for me, by the way, now too. I've got puzzle pieces like clicking together in my head here. The only way that happens, where you have one phrase and you're just juicing it all year long. The only way that happens is if you're constantly bringing in new customers, right? And the way you do that is through your ad creatives. And Marvin has figured that out. And so what Marvin is doing, he's on TikTok, and he says he's doom scrolling. What he's actually doing is he's being a researcher, and he's looking for the things that are working in TikTok ads. And then he's taking notes, and then with his notes, he's writing scripts, and he's rolling over to UGC creators through, I assume it's like apps like Billio and things like that. You're sending your scripts out to them. They're shooting the script, sending you back a bunch of videos, and then you test them all to keep the creative, the hungry algorithm fed with new creatives. Something like that?
Yeah, exactly. And Also, I'm not testing interest right now. I'm just focusing on the creative.
On so on the
And
Facebook side, you're saying?
yeah, yeah.
So you do your research on TikTok, write the scripts, get the videos made, but then those videos are tested on both TikTok and Meta.
No, I test first on Meta.
You test first on Meta, and then if it works,
Then
you're rolling the winners into TikTok.
yeah, and
So your research
YouTube.
starts with TikTok,
Mhm.
but the testing starts with Meta,
Yeah,
and then
that's
the
where I
winners go
can
back to
scale.
TikTok.
Mhm.
Very interesting. That's a very interesting workflow. So I'm going to get more into the kind of the tactics, right? Like I'm not quite
Uh-huh.
ready to go deep yet in that. What is your? I want to get back to like your week. So do you have a team?
Yeah, for customer service, I have around 6.
You have 6 people doing customer service,
Yeah,
right? Okay. I need to talk with you after this. We're doing some
yeah.
customer service magic over here, trying to anyway. All right. So you have 6 people in customer service. Do you have a graphic designer? Do you have a store manager? Do you have anybody helping you with the ads? What does the rest of your team look like?
The before I have a graphics designer, but when I transitioned to ShineOn, since it's all text, I just do it with Canva. It won't take you 5
You
minutes
doing
as
your
long
own
as you
graphic?
have the yeah.
Dude, you're
Yeah,
such a
with
freaking
Canva.
animal. How much are you I'm going to ask about your testing process in a little bit. So hang on
Mhm.
to that for a
Sure.
minute. So like give me an example of like what's a boring habit you have that you feel like you can credit for a lot of your results here? Like what is the thing you're doing day in and day out that you feel like is really the needle mover for you in particular? Because Marvin, honestly, you have reached a level of success very few people have in this whole space. Like you have consistently won, right? What are those like daily kind of habits and practices that drive that?
I don't have any like specifics, but I think I don't know. It's just on the back of my mind when I say movies, music. I don't know if it's a habit, but it's not. Um, I just pick. I don't know. It happens when I watch movies and then there's a line that clicks. I write down on the phone or run to the office, type it down. It's a constant research.
Yeah, your antenna is always
Yeah.
up, right? Listening for phrases and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the phrase that pays, baby, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So, look, if you had any setbacks during this journey, maybe like setbacks even that maybe you're grateful for that got you on this path.
I think it was in 2021 when all my ad accounts got shut down. My payment processors account, my Stripe account got shut down. Then I have to sell that old store I have because I got like fed up of the constant cycle. Like every year or every 2 years, I have to completely start from creating logo and creating a new store, because that's when I decided to fully sell online, but only from merchants. I mean, fulfillment company in the US already, to avoid those headaches. And it's it's been great 4 years with the 99% selling 99% shine on. It's no more headache. I think that was the it was what do you call this, setback. That's actually I'm grateful for, because if my ad
That's awesome.
account, if I if that didn't happen, I don't maybe I'm still drop shipping from China, and that's still the cycle.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's interesting how like when sometimes when bad things happen, they really do turn into blessings in their own kind of weird way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um, is there anything you did like like back in the early days when you started like selling with ShineOn, and you came to this with a decent amount of experience because your Teespring days and all that stuff. But is there anything you were doing in the early days when you started selling with ShineOn that you look back on it and you're like, man, that was a freaking waste of time. I shouldn't have been doing that.
I think honestly is I think interest testing. I didn't realize that until I listened to this guy on YouTube, and then I just followed his um, method, and it actually worked. That I'm not wasting dollars with testing new creatives. That's one less variables to test. We just focus on creatives. So I think that one. I'm sorry, I'm not really good at explaining.
You're doing
in
excellent.
English.
Are you
I'm
kidding
sorry.
me? You're doing great. Don't worry about it. So that was this. When did you stop testing with interest? Back in 22?
No, in 23.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm
Mm.
interests were
22, I was still but I already have this I think it was an advantage for me because when I was selling the drop shipping from China with wooden watches, I already have a list that's uh interest that I keep on, just keep on targeting every new launch.
yeah.
I just use those interest. But the thing, the problem with that was there's I don't know, there's a cap, like in when you hit this like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it dies down. Unlike when you actually have a winner that you can, like right now, I don't spend much time with Facebook to just improve the other parts of the business, Google Ads, with my customer service, trying another other advertising platform.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Why don't you spend much time with Facebook? Like, are you just saying it's easy now because you just feed it creatives and it kind of does the work for you? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, and also I'm going to share this because I think how it works, because I'm kind of niching down, even if it's a general message. The niching part is in the creatives, in the hook.
Right.
Even if you're just how do I explain this? I stop the scroll not just for the sake of stopping the scroll. I stop uh, the the customers, I mean audience, that has that desire. For example, a husband that's been away, that's another angle. A husband that's you know um, uh,
I get what you're saying.
his wife is just gave birth. Even if it's the same message, it's the idea I give in the creatives of why they should buy it, why they should give this to their wife. Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're saying you're not just throwing like clickbait junk out there. It's like it's actually relevant, right? So it's like your hooks are relevant and they're contextualized for like the product and the audience you're trying to draw in. But you're
Mhm.
doing it all with the creative. You're letting the creative do the heavy lifting, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're not worrying about like all the other levers you can pull inside of ads manager with
Mhm.
interests and age groups and all that stuff.
I actually have the age group, just the interest. Age and gender, I still pick.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm tracking with you. That's awesome. So here's kind of a question I have for you, because like we have a lot of new people here that are watching this for sure.
Mhm.
Like what is one part of the process that you would always do yourself and not delegate down to like a team member or hire out to Upwork? Is there anything in
I think
particular about the process where you're like, no, I always need to be doing that because that's important?
the creation of the face.
So you still
Because
do all your own phrases?
yeah, I still do every. But if I think the last launch I launched a new product 3 months ago, a new completely new phrase. But yeah, I tried that before with my wooden watches, but it's just that I don't know how to say this. They just uh, compile the phrase for the sake of creating a message, not actually understanding the whole thing. Sometimes it doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah,
So
I totally.
yeah,
You as the business owner have to become an expert in what drives the sales. You have to. Like it's not something you can delegate down. And there's a surprising amount of nuance related to what makes a phrase work. Um, there's something about like the tempo of it, how it reads, how it lands, like how it builds to a punchline sometimes. Like there's all kinds of stuff about a phrase. Like it's actually more complicated than it seems. I should be a little careful there because it's simple because it's just a phrase, but it can be complicated. Like when you start really getting into the pieces and parts that make the phrase work. So
yeah.
it's super interesting. I totally feel you on that. For me, it's
It's
the
I think
product
the sauce is
research.
how you franken phrase it. You just don't copy and paste everything. There's you know, you need to put this next phrase first, then you get it.
Yeah, totally, man. Oh, I just yeah, I got to tell you, Marvin, I'm just continually impressed with you because like English is not your first language,
Yeah,
and yet
definitely.
you've got the phrase thing down. I mean, I think you have it down better than probably a lot of English speakers. So just I don't know, it should be an encouragement to a lot of people on this call because it's like if you can do it with English as a second or third language, us native
Yeah,
speakers should be able to do it easy.
yeah, it's your advantage actually.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
anyway, all right, I want to get into some tactics and stuff here. I want to make sure people are walking away
Mhm.
with practical things they can go and implement. So let's talk about testing real fast. So you said
Mhm.
it was 3 months since you launched a new phrase. Now, are you constantly testing and like just testing old phrases, or are you saying it's been 3 months since you tested a new product?
Currently, I have one that's new. I'm testing new, but it's a um, different angle. I mean, it's not for this niche that I'm selling, but um, the what um, the one I have right now, I think I have two ad sets that's a test, and then I have current winners. So what I do is um, how do you say this? If an ad set gets a spend, that's how I know it's uh, it has a potential because if an ad set doesn't get any spend in 7 days, turn it off.
Let's talk about the setup real quick. So do you have like when you're testing products and you have like kind of your testing method, what
Mhm.
is the campaign structure, right? When you test a new product, is it like one campaign, one ad set, one ad, or people do all kinds of stuff. What do you do?
I actually have just one campaign for each. For example, for this angle to my granddaughter, that's one campaign, and then I test in and multiple ad sets, and
Is
then
that
in
in it?
each ad set,
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry, bud. So is that in its own ad account too? So like you have a granddaughter ad account, a wife ad account, a daughter ad account, or is it all in one ad account?
it used to be in separate ad accounts, but I have to transition to a US ad accounts now. So I have an ad account that's mixed, but yeah, before one ad account, one
Okay.
angle, like
So you have one ad account, with the niches. So like inside the ad account, then you have campaigns, and you have like one campaign daughter, one campaign granddaughter, one campaign wife, one campaign whatever. And then inside the campaign, you're doing both testing and scaling. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's
you keep going. I'm gonna try to draw this for people here.
okay. So so in that campaign, that's where before I have a testing campaign and scaling campaign, but in 2023 I completely adapted to that method about one campaign structure, and it's so that's one campaign, and then multiple ad sets, and
So you
then
do.
I have this.
Go ahead.
I have an ad set called Winners Post ID from previous winners. So I put all the previous winners there in one ad set, and then in I create a new ad set inside that same campaign, and that's the test ad set. Then for it to like not get killed, it has to earn spend and sale.
So
So
you're doing something like this, huh? Where you have you have your campaign, right? And then you have inside the campaign, you have a winning ad set and a testing ad set. Right? And so all your winning ads, this is stuff you're scaling, right? All that's over here inside this winning campaign, right? And then all your testing happens in a testing ad set. And so
It's not actually a testing ad set because it's a test ad set, but when I test another set of creatives, I will not put the ads inside that test ad set. I'll create a new ad set.
Got it. So you have one campaign. This campaign, it's almost like a folder, right? And inside of that campaign is basically anything related to this niche.
Yeah.
And inside of that campaign, you'll have. Do you do one product per ad set? Is it one product?
Yeah. One product.
Okay, so this is making more sense to me now. So you have here. I just want to make sure everybody follows this, right? Because this stuff can get kind of confusing.
Yeah.
So you have let's see, one product ad set. I'm just gonna write it like that. Everybody will kind of know what that is, and then some of these go on to be winners and some are losers, right? So for example, this one you test and it doesn't get any spend, it's a loser. So real quick, then you're using CBO.
Yeah.
At the
CBO.
campaign level.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody for everybody's information, CBO stands for Campaign Budget Optimization. And so what it is like you'll give Facebook a budget of the campaign. You'll say maybe it's $500 a day, and your budget can be smaller. I'm just as an example, right? And then Facebook does its own math. Like it basically looks at all your ad sets, and then it figures out how to dole out the money. So it might give this one, $50, and then it might give this one $10 because it's not doing as good. And then, maybe this one gets $0 or $3 or something like that. And what Marvin's saying is every time he tests a new product, the product ends up landing right here inside of this campaign in its own ad set, right? And then what he does is he monitors how Facebook is spending his budget. And if Facebook is not giving budget to an ad set, Marvin kills that ad set and says, okay, that was a failed test. But if Facebook is giving budget to an ad set, and typically it'll only do that if that ad set is performing, right? So if Facebook is giving budget to an ad set, then I assume how do you scale it from that point?
Facebook automatically, for example, if there's a new winner, for example, I have an ad set, winning post ID ad set, right? That's the for example today. It's the main. Facebook gives majority of spend to that ad set. The next day when it's a winner, it's the new ad set. Facebook will give the new ad set if it's actually the a winner, the whole budget.
So do
That's
you,
how.
when you
Yeah.
have one of these that start to scale, you like
This-
this is it for that product, right? You don't duplicate this every day or anything
No.
like that. It's just this one thing. And if you want to scale it, you just jack up your daily spend.
Yeah, just the spend.
And then you just trust Facebook to spend your money.
Yeah.
And so
And actually it happens sometimes. It's not actually like 100%. If Facebook gives it spend, it's actually a winner. Sometimes it gives spend because it's what people on the platform wants, the Facebook users, but
mhm.
it's not converting one. So when it gets spend but it's not getting any sale,
So you're
I turn it off.
monitoring for spend and sales.
Yeah.
So
Actually, four. There's a comment. I think the method is DCT 322. That's exactly the method that I'm talking about. Yes,
what does DCT stand for again?
it's dynamic creative test. 322 means three creatives, two primary text, two headlines
At the
per
ad level. At the ad
per
level.
ad set. Yeah,
Per ad, not
yeah,
per ad set, right?
yeah. One ad set. Under that ad, there's an ad, right?
Yeah.
So just one ad that compose those 322. And then
Gotcha.
I only watched four metrics currently: CPM, frequency, spend, and CPA.
Interesting.
That's why I can I don't spend much time on Facebook, but I think that's because I already have a winner. But for the new ones here, um, it's still the same method, but you will have to like be more proactive when checking your ads.
So let's take one of the niches that you don't have a winner in, like
Mm-hmm.
sun
I
maybe or something.
uh, I have grandson.
Okay,
It's
grand.
it's fluctuating, but yeah, grandson.
Let's just pretend there's a niche where you don't have a winner.
Okay.
So you've got
Okay.
your CBO campaign that's
Mm-hmm.
grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to be testing products and you're going to be putting the products in their own ad set.
Mm-hmm.
And then hanging off the ad set, you're going to have it was like two headlines and two primary texts.
Mm-hmm.
So just so everybody follows, inside the ad set, you have the ad. This is like where the
Mm-hmm.
creative goes. And my assumption is you test new products with static images, right? You're not getting
Yeah, I start
video.
with static. Yeah.
Yeah. You're using our renders, I assume, just one of our renders.
Before, but right now I ordered an actual product for all the variants, so I
Got
can just Photoshop a blank one. So I'll differentiate from other merchants. So
Okay.
it
So
goes up. Yeah.
the big takeaway here is that Marvin is using an image, a still image though, for his testing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then at the ad level, you've got the one image and you have two headlines and two primary texts. So that's how you're testing the product, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's assume this is a niche where you don't have a winner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's your ad budget per day, per product? Or do you even think about it like that? Or do you just
No.
throw like $50 a day into the campaign?
Yeah.
And let it
50 to
roll?
100. 50 to 100 is my base spend, daily spend.
And how many
for it.
products would you have in that campaign on a
2, 3 for the same angle in statics.
Yeah. So you're saying I'm repeating mainly not because you're not doing a great job. I just want to make sure it's 1,000% clear for new people because they get super
Yeah.
lost on this stuff.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
you have the grandson campaign, and then in the grandson campaign, you might have 3 products you're testing. Each product is in its own ad set, so you'd have 3 ad sets. And then hanging off of each ad set, you would have 1 ad. The ad would include a static image, 2 headlines, and 2 primary texts. You'd be using like dynamic ads.
Yeah, but
to test them.
it's actually 3 static, but just different headline. I cried reading this.
So that each ad would be a duplicate of the other, and you'd have 3 of them total. They'd all have the same image, and they'd just be using different headlines. Oh, wait a minute! You're talking about the text on
the static. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let me draw this.
Sure.
I'm really trying to help our new people here because it's too much when you're getting started. You know what I mean? So let me
understand.
Let me pull this up real quick, and then we're gonna move on and get into some other stuff. But so what Marvin is saying here is, like, let's say you have a product or a static image, right? This is your image, and you've got your jewelry here. So pretend this is a love knot, and you've got your necklace kind of coming off this way. So what Marvin's saying is, like, in the news feed, let's pretend this is the Facebook post here, right? And like, there's your little image and your name, and then you have the text or whatever. What Marvin is saying is that down here, this is where your static image is. And Marvin's talking about text you'd put right here. Like, for example, you would write something like, this made her cry, or whatever the heck it ends up being. And usually it's a lot bigger. Whoops. It's like that. So what Marvin's saying is he'll test like 3 of these, right? He'll test a different hook on each of the 3 ads. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. And those hooks are from comments on TikTok. I think the last 4 winners I have is the text hook, that hook, that text above was a comment from TikTok.
Yeah, you're actually really clever in your approach on this stuff. I got to give you some serious kudos for what you do on that. So yeah, that's really cool. So hopefully this is clear enough for everybody, like kind of how Marvin tests. You may want to go back and rewatch this video, but it's each campaign corresponds to a niche, each ad set corresponds to a product, and then each ad basically corresponds to a new hook. So we'll use the same static image for the product, and we'll have 3 duplicate ads with a different static image for the product. But the only thing that changes in the static image is the hook in the image, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll run $100 a day across those 3 products. And then how long do you let that go before you start killing them?
3, 7. Depends.
Yeah.
Right now, when I have a time to check, because sometimes I don't check when I'm traveling.
Yeah,
I think
fair
that's
enough.
also a positive one for me. That made a positive impact on our growth also, because I don't know, there's those campaigns that's actually bad in the first 7 days, and turns out it completely is a big winner.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how. Yeah. I kind of know what you're saying.
So yeah, around 3 to 7 days before, my metric was it needs to reach 1K impression, 1,000 impressions.
That's how you do it. Okay, with you do it by impressions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is how I used to test creatives back in the day. Is I would test.
Yeah.
I'd run 1,000 impressions through, and I'd set up rules to turn it off once it hit 1,000 impressions, so I could go look at the data.
Yeah.
So then you're not spending much, because what are your CPMs, like $15? Probably less.
Less.
Yeah.
Some is actually I want to share this to everyone also. when your message doesn't like those phrase that you created, if it didn't make a sale, just use it as an image and post it on your page or Instagram. It actually like helps lower down your CPM, if overall CPM. So
Yeah.
that's what I do. I create those phrases. I create Canva, show it in Facebook pages.
That's awesome. So basically all your losers, you just turn around and use a social media content,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that's also really clever. That's super smart. A lot of people ignore this side of the business, and you're right. It can drive down CPMs. It used to be like back in the day, having a Facebook page that was like warmed up with a lot of followers made a huge difference on
Yeah.
CPMs. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's quite as important today, but I bet keeping it active is. I bet like having kind of a steady stream of content, people engaging with it and stuff, all that's probably pretty helpful.
Yeah. At lower CPM, if actually is if you get lower CPM, it's actually an advantage already
Oh
versus
yeah, totally.
someone that's 15 above or 20 above CPM and yours is 7 8. So you only need to spend $8 to reach 1,000
Oh yeah.
impressions versus those your competitors. So yeah,
And
it
if
only
you're
takes less than 5 minutes to post on on your page.
so look, when you're just starting out, you're going to have high CPMs because Facebook's still building trust with you. People don't know your brand. They're not engaging with your content. You've never had a winner. Like there's a lot of like new ad accounts. I'm just letting everybody know it's pretty normal to have somewhat expensive CPMs, but the longer you stick with this and hopefully the more sales you drive, the lower your CPM should become over time. Right. And then it gets easier and easier. Marvin here is on a very well established account. He's run millions of dollars in ad spend through it. He's generated tons of sales. He's had a great reputation with his customers. He's posting content like, there's a lot of stuff Marvin's been doing for a long time that's allowed him to get really low CPMs.
Mm-hmm. Also, you can run maybe just when I started this store, I used the same tactics from Teespring. You know, when you launch page likes,
Yep.
I love Jesus, and then
How you
hit
used to
like.
do it. Yeah.
That is, but not actually I love Jesus, but the same idea.
Yeah. If you love
So you can run
family, like our
$5
page.
ads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Facebook kind of got away from that a little bit over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So
I'm still doing it now, but not actually like hit like. I'm not calling them out to hit the like button.
yeah.
It's just a phrase.
So just so everybody follows, back in the day, what you used to do is you would have a Facebook page, and typically your Facebook page was not actually even around your store. It would usually be niched. It'd be like, I love my daughter, I love my wife, or I love my family, or something like that. And then what you would do in the beginning when you were warming up an ad account is you'd run a like campaign to that page. And so in the like campaign, you would, this is how I always did. I would have 10 images, and I would use the same crappy text on all of them. The text would say, if you like family, like our page, or whatever. If you love family, then like our page. That's all I would do. And the reason I would test 10 different ad images is because typically one image would just like seriously outperform the rest, and you could get likes for a penny a piece. And so for $10, you could get 1,000 likes on a page. And back in the day, Facebook would go, dude, he's got 1,000 likes on a page, and they drop your CPM drastically by like 25 or 30% sometimes. We're talking several dollars off of your CPMs. I don't think they quite do it this way anymore, but that's the way we did it back in the day. Now I see far less niched pages than we used to, and the pages are branded, so it's more like it's usually like your store name.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how important the likes and stuff are anymore, ultimately. But so, anyways, fun stuff. Let me ask you this, Marvin. Let's pretend the worst happens. Your site gets hacked. You you wake up one day and your business manager is gone, right? And you're sitting there and you have an empty ad account, empty business manager, and you're starting over, right? What would you do in the first 30 days to try to start generating profit again?
Maybe after I create the store, I'll go to Etsy or Pinterest and find those uh, phrases that has proof that it's actually not, even if it's not a winner, but if there's proof that somebody pulled out their wallet and made a sale and put review on Etsy that has potential, then I would test those. Maybe tweak a few lines as long as it's still it's still the same thought and not so AI. It's not even a word, right?
Why
But
would you change a few lines just to make it sound more authentic, real, and
yeah,
human?
so it sounds new.
Hmm.
Sounds new, even if but the thought will be the same. We talked about this in 2022, where my biggest winner was whenever your crown gets heavy. Remember whose
Yep.
daughter you are. But
Yeah.
the original one was, forget the accent. Whenever you're down, something. It's the same thought. Then it blew up.
Yeah. So
So
you're
yeah,
saying you'd find a winning phrase and then you'd change a line or two. And you're really, when we talk about changing a line, you're kind of just paraphrasing it in a new way so that
yeah.
the essence of the phrase is basically the same, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then you test it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then maybe I'll focus on one angle first. That's
When you say
actually
angle, you mean what I
like,
typically refer to as niche, like daughter,
yeah,
for example.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you'd pick like daughter or wife. You wouldn't do both, especially if you're just
Yeah.
starting out. Just pick one, then see what's already working and start testing on those phrases. Maybe just tweak a couple lines.
Mm-hmm.
Solid
And
plan.
maybe focus on my product page of what actually how it looks. Maybe show it to to um, other people that's never seen my product page. Show them, if you want to buy this, show, can you figure out how to buy, because some, especially in the granddaughter niche, the people will call because some, even if it's very simple, the product page for to us, because we're seeing that product page for a million times, but for a new audience, new customer that's on your site, sometimes it's hard for them to uh, you know figure out.
What's something that
Maybe that's
newbies
my first step.
kind of screw up on their product page that you kind of see time and time again and you're like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
I think those I don't see much anymore to right now, but those timers.
The
I,
countdown timers, the like
it's yeah,
the
it's
false urgency
actually,
things.
yeah,
Yeah.
and mm, maybe not showing the right icons at the right time in the product page.
Like the
There's,
trust
yeah,
icon,
on the product page,
like
those
the credit card
shipping.
icons.
Yeah, I show mine also, but the first icons or the selling proposition is why they need to buy this first. When they're on the checkout, that's when they see the it's safe to buy from here. Some store is showing already that's refund uh, guarantee on the product page. You don't want that right away on the product page. You need to sell it. You need to earn the add to cart.
Yeah, you don't need them thinking like, oh, like
Yeah.
maybe this is a crap product, and that's why they're telling me I can like get a full refund or something,
Yeah.
huh?
You need to earn that add to cart click first.
Yeah. So when you
And then,
say unique selling proposition, you're talking about like what, the discount or something like that. Some reason they need to buy then.
I, um, I think for I don't show the discount. Like the selling proposition would be something that's um how do you call this? Like answering their desire. For example, if my ad, if it's a gift, you want uh you want the, for example, I'm the audience. For example, I want to surprise my wife so she will be happy. I put that your wife will be happy with this. That's a proposition. And
So you're kind
then
of tying the. Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
and also the most common thing on the comments, it's from China, blah blah blah. It will take 2 weeks. Then I'll put that. I'll answer that in the product page. That it ships 2 days and arrives 7 days. In 7 days. It's already in your doorstep.
Yeah. Okay. So let's run through what you're doing here. So it sounds like what you're saying is you have these hooks in the ad, right? Either in the text or on the, like it's the in the ad image or whatever. You have these hooks. It's like, this is going to make her cry, or is going to make her happy, or watch her eyes light up when she opens this, whatever it is, right? And then you're saying to maintain congruency between the ad and the product page, you kind of are reminding them of this on the product page again. So if the ad says something like, watch her eyes light up when she opens this, and then they land on the product page, you're going to repeat something to the effect of, like, this product's going to blow her mind. She's going to love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because
sometimes in the description, I change the description a little.
Right. And then, so what you're doing is you're basically selling them on it again. You're maintaining congruency, right, between the ad and the product image, and you're kind of reminding them of the initial reason they clicked your thing anyway, right? You're reminding them of that. Then you shift and you start breaking down objections, right? And one of the objections, based on your experience, is everybody wants to know, is this thing freaking shipping from China, right?
Yeah.
Like, am I going to have to wait 2 weeks to get this thing? And you know this already because you know your audience. So you break that down. You say, hey, this thing's ready to ship and could be at your house in 5 business days, something like that, right? You're like, it's ready to ship, ships in 2 to 5 business days, or whatever you put, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The whole goal of the product page is to earn the add to cart.
Correct.
I actually think this is really important. This was very important for you to bring up. So many people forget about this, right? And it's because most people aren't marketers. Like I freaking love marketing. I'm sure you love marketing too. Like most people are not, though, and they don't get this. But it's like when somebody lands on your product page, there's one thing you want them to do, and everything on that product page should lead to that one thing. And what is it? It's to get them to add that product to cart. Like, you don't want them adding other stuff to your cart. Like, don't do the whole, like, other customers bought this junk. You don't want that, right? You don't have too many reviews at the bottom where they just go get lost in review land, right? Don't try to get them to click off and browse catalogs or discounts or anything. Like, your entire goal right then in that moment, you paid for the click, you got them on the page successfully. Now you want them to add to cart. That's a singular focus of that page, right? And so it is beneficial to try to get in the shoes of the buyer and to think about their psychology, and then to speak to that on the page, as you have done, where you say, like, hey, this product's going to blow your wife's mind. You bought it because you want a great gift. It's going to rock her socks off, right? It's going to be amazing. And don't worry, because I don't ship from China. This isn't going to take 2 weeks to get there. If you buy right now, you're going to be able to get this in like maybe 2 to 5 business days. So in 2 to 5 business days, you could take this gift that you're seeing on your screen right now. You could give it to your wife and blow her freaking mind, right? Like, that's what you're trying to do on that page. And you're like, click add to cart now, because this baby is 50% off today, right? Don't let this thing pass. Like, that's what you're trying to do. Right? You're trying to sell it like that, except in the product page. Right?
Yeah.
There,
And
it's
on,
go
on
ahead.
the checkout, it's a you'll have to it's another objection. Is it safe? That's
Yeah,
when
and
those
then
trust badges
that's a great
comes in.
point. And then when you get to the checkout page, that's where you shift and say, "Hey, this page is fully encrypted. Your checkout is 100% secure. Like we have a support team that you can reach out to should you need it." It's like you do all these
Mhm.
other things that, and the whole point there is to create psychological safety, right? So that they proceed with doing something that's very vulnerable for a buyer, which is getting out their credit card and giving you their payment details. That's a very vulnerable thing that you're doing with a stranger, right? And so you
Yeah.
want to create this psychological safety blanket on the checkout page, right? And you do, there's all
Mhm.
these little tricks, like you put like a little padlock on the
Yeah. On the bottom.
on the button. Yeah, there's all these little tricks for how to do that. But that's the psychology, like that's what's happening there psychologically when you move someone through the process. So
Yeah.
very freaking cool. All right, I'm gonna. I have a. Do you have a little more time?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Sure.
Yeah, but we won't go a ton longer. But there's a few other things here. I kind of wrote down some questions before this.
Yeah. Sure.
What do you think is something that like beginners like tend to maybe overestimate and underestimate when it comes to print on demand and succeeding with it?
I think I'll be talking about the message card product. That's
Anything.
my
What's just something that you see beginners like they maybe
we
overestimate, like
over design.
they over design the
A lot
message
of
card.
stuff in the. I think they need to understand that it's the, as you always say, it's the phrase that pays. You don't want stars and moons on the design. Just plain white text, easy to read. That's keep that in mind always. Like most of the, if you're running ads on Facebook or TikTok, most maybe 90% of the time it's on a mobile device. So
Yes.
you have to keep that in mind, and that is a very small screen.
Yeah.
So you'll have to use fonts and backgrounds that can easily be read on a small device.
Yep. And you
You'll
should probably
find those
design
first.
your product page and everything else to be
Mhm.
good on mobile. Yeah.
Mobile friendly, yeah.
Yeah, very good. That's over design is a huge one, especially when people are new. And I think it's because like people tend to default to what's easy. And it's so much
Mhm.
easier to sit there and make a logo and make do fun design things in Canva and to go tweak your button colors again than it is to actually get a sale. Right? Getting
Yeah.
the sale is the hard part, right? It's addictive. It's super fun once you do it, but getting through the wall is kind of hard. And a lot of people revert back to just this area they're comfortable with, which is the design and the fun things, right? Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. That's a really great one. Do you have any like unpopular opinions about print on demand or print on demand success?
Mm, nothing in particular.
There's no beliefs you hold that are maybe a little contrary.
Sorry. I think that it's saturated. It's actually not. Sometimes we marketers are just, I don't know how to term this, lazy. We continue to use the same. If in 2021 the I cried reading this works and you still using that now, I think that's when you say it's saturated, because a lot of people will just scroll past your ad. You need to stop the new audience, because especially with our products, gifting, it's, I think every year there's a new married couple, new daughters to give, new girlfriends. It's the audience keeps
It's
is
changing.
having new people every year.
Yeah. Yeah. So, dude, that's a great one because I get asked this all the time. Like, isn't this saturated? Because they see how many people are in the ShineOn group, and that, like, we have a bunch of products, but a lot of people are selling jewelry. And I'm always trying to tell people, I'm like, you just can't fathom how big the market is. Like, you're not competing. I promise you, anybody listening to this, you're not competing with Marvin for sales. You're competing with the guy that might go to Walmart instead of buy something online. That's really your competition, right? The market is absolutely freaking massive. Freaking massive.
Also, now that you said that, I remember this one line that with the guy that I follow on YouTube. Our competition is not actually other sellers; it's actually other gifts. That's
Yes.
how we get the idea. Like, for example, what's the top 10 online flower stores in the US? Then I search their ads. I kind of emulate it, but not with a flower, but with our product. But how they angle it, that's how I.
That's smart.
So
Giving away
I
the
think
sauce
we need
here.
for those starting out or those who had experience with sales but not actually scaled, we need to get out of our necklace message card echo chamber in ad library, because if we just copy each other, that's when we say it's saturated. But if you go out to other product that's also a gift, then you'll open new angle.
New angles, new creative.
There's one angle that I'll share this with you with the I think daughter dad. It it's about a dad that don't have close relationship with his daughter, and just this text that it's from a daughter that it says, "I wish my dad gave me this." So
That's something you got off of TikTok too, huh? In the comments
yeah,
or something. Yeah.
yeah,
Dude, the truth of it is, I'm going to say something that might give me some flack, but look, success isn't guaranteed. Results are not going to be handed to you on a platter. This requires skill. There's risk involved. There's probably luck involved, all that kind of stuff too. But also, like, just to lean in a little bit to what you're saying is, a lot of people don't have the success that they want because they're not good enough. Like, everyone's copying. You're totally right about this.
Yeah.
Everybody copies everybody else. And then they complain because, they're competing.
yeah.
Right. And anytime you're in a market where you're competing, it becomes commoditized.
All of our CPMs rise.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's the same thing every time.
Yeah. And it's honestly, it just comes, you're just not good enough. Like, look at what you're doing, man. You're getting deep into buyer psychology. You say doom scroll. You're like research scrolling TikTok all the time. You're looking at what flower companies do to sell their products. You scan through comments to find little one-liners that you can put in your ads that might pull at somebody's heartstrings. Your antenna is always up. And when you're watching movies, you listen to lines that might work on a card, right? Dude, you're like, it's these little things that make all the difference because nobody's doing them. Like, I once heard a quote that said, the difference between good and great is 5%. It's 5%. It's the distance from 95% to 100, right? It's another quote I've heard one time is the difference between good and great is just one more pass on a thing, right? Like, if maybe you're writing something, it's like one more edit, and it's so true. It's like what you just described doesn't take very much work. It's just nobody's doing it. That's literally all it comes down to. It's just no one else is freaking doing it. And look at you, man. You're just sitting there. You're eating at a totally different table than everybody else. Just because you're doing these little things,
Just put in the time of creating initially you will need to spend a lot of time doing understanding your how this buyer psychology and those phrase research. But when you get one thing works, it's going to snowball, because you'll slowly understand how it works, and then you'll read the comments. Someone will say it should be this, blah 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 blah, and then you will implement those suggestions from customers. Then you step by step, you'll be it's actually in the back of your head already. Like you will understand it in one. If you read a phrase, this has potential.
And it's because you've developed like an ear and an intuition for this over the years. Like, you know your market and you know what works. It's just, yeah, it's this is great stuff. Look, I think we're going to move to kind of wrap up here, but I have kind of a question. Let's pretend there's somebody listening to this. They're brand new. They're just getting on their feet with this thing, trying to figure all this out. Like, what's kind of like the 1 minute pep talk you would give to a new person that's maybe been trying this for a while and they've had zeros, they're not getting any sales or anything like that? What would you say to that person?
Just keep going, but not blindly. Keep going, but understand along the way, not just launch without even reading the phrase. How do you when something doesn't work, you understand why it didn't work. Not just throw another message the next day. So just keep going, but understand. Maybe, for example, one phrase sold five units. So it actually has potential, but write it down, maybe dissect it. Each line, put another set of phrases, then you start testing from those lines from the product that sold 5 units. So if that product has 5 phrases, dissect those 5 phrases and put it in a new set.
Yeah,
so and then you will learn that sometimes it's just one line from that 5 lines of that phrase that actually made people buy. Even
totally.
if it's very long message, it's just that one line.
Yeah, it's, if I could kind of summarize what you're saying, it's, if you want to win faster, learn faster. And the way you learn fast is kind of by failing fast. Fail fast to learn fast to win fast. Something like that. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like and dude, maybe this is like, you do kind of exude this thing where like, you're just a constant student, man. You're just a continual learner and a continual student. And it's just so freaking cool, man. I love the energy you bring to this. All right, I think we're going to wrap this up. Did you guys appreciate Marvin coming on today? I want to see some I want to see some, let's get some emoji claps here in the chat. If you appreciated having Marvin on, let him know in the chat right now if you appreciated having him on. I will say this. We've had about 20 people drop off of this in the last 20 minutes. All those people that dropped missed out on all those little tips and tricks there at the end. The little things that you're doing that's setting your stuff apart from everybody else. All of them missed that, right? That is the difference between the good and the great, right? That's the 5% right there. Like, all of them missed it. Just... All right, we've got some stuff coming in here. So Judy says, thank you, Kaylee. Straight Deco, Peterson, Lucinda, Adolphe, Nat, Leslie, David. It's awesome. Marvin, I love having you on, man. It's an absolute pleasure getting to talk with you. You're freaking awesome. Leslie says she's having an aha moment.
Hi, Leslie.
Yeah, they're very appreciative. We'll have you on again, man, especially as we get into Q4 if you're not too busy. Sound good?
Yeah, anytime.
All right.
Just let me know. I think there's a question. I just have to answer this.
Sure.
on StreamYard. Yeah, I use my own. Right now, I use my own static image
What is the
from the
question?
samples I have.
Is it this one?
Yeah, that one. Before
Yeah.
I use the mock-up generated from ShineOn, but because a lot of merchants use that, I ordered samples and then just edit the something like this has design, then I'll just edit it out, then make it a template. I'll make a template out of it. Then so when I launch new design, I'll just put my my new design there and then launch it, and it's going to be different from other merchants because it's my own hand.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, you can. Do you use Photoshop for that?
Yeah,
Where you make it like a smart
it's
object?
easy now because there's delete. Just
Yeah,
I forget the just
I know what
type
you're
in
talking.
delete this place. Yeah.
AI. Yeah. All right, Marvin. Look, man, really appreciate you coming on. We'll have you on again as we get into Q4. I hope everybody got a ton of value out of this. It looks like everybody really, really enjoyed this one. So appreciate you giving us an hour and a half of your time. I really look forward to seeing what records you freaking break as we get into the end of the year here.
Yeah, let's see this Q4.
Yeah.
We're hoping to break our last year's annual revenue. So let's see.
What was last year's annual revenue? And before you say it, success is not guaranteed. The business requires risk, all that good stuff. Results not typical. Your results are going to vary. There's risk involved. Go ahead. What did you do last year?
8 digits.
8.
Yeah,
Revenue. What kind of profit margin do you carry on that?
around 10, 12.
Dude, nobody complain about that.
Yeah.
Do 8 digits and carry a 10% margin. No one would be upset with that. All right, dude. You're my hero. All right. See you later, everybody. Happy selling.
Right.
Q4's here.
Happy selling.
Oh, you know what? Hang on. I know this is bad because it's like, bye. Hang on a second. I walk you to your car and don't let you get out of the building here. But I got to show you this. Hang on. This will be worth it, everybody. Well, it'll be worth it for me anyway. Look at this. Look at this. I spotted at Costco last night. You know what that is? Those are Christmas ornaments. It's time. Dude, this is my favorite time of the year because that Christmas music starts playing, the ornaments come out, people start thinking about gifts and they get into buying mode. And this is the earliest I've ever seen them come out, right? So this is freaking sweet for us. So every time this happens, it's like my heart starts beating and I'm just like, it's here. This is going to be awesome. So anyway, Christmas is around the corner, people. You just got a bunch of great tips from a guy that did 8 figures last year. So take it. I hope you were taking notes. Rewatch this. Convert all this stuff into action. If you don't take action as a result of this, it was all for a waste, right? You just wasted an hour and a half of your time or whatever. Take action. Reach down into your guts. Find whatever you need to convert this into new products published, into product research, into market research. Go update your product page, right? Hopefully I'll be doing a coffee with ShineOn with you later. That would be cool. All right, let's wrap.
Don't get distracted from other stuff on the internet. Just focus on this.
Yeah, no shiny object syndrome. You and Matt Bob, I take lessons from you on that. All right, thank you, everybody. Catch you later. Happy selling. Peace.